I am here with the man who was here first and didn't warn us about the fair, Mr. Sean Radford.
Hey. Listen, I got confused just like, and everybody else had to be confused just as well. It's, it's a wonderful thing when you're just driving and you go, oh, all right, hey, got to do this. We're going to do, is that a street fair? Oh, no, I don't even know where I am when there's not a street fair. I'm getting lost. Totally getting lost. And then parking was a pain in the booty.
Yeah.
And, so a lot of parking issues and power walking to the studio. And that's how we got here.
And look who found her way to the studio
Oh,
this morning.
there's a familiar face.
Yay!
Yes.
Jamie.
Teresa came back.
If I'd known about the street fair, I wouldn't have stuck around for the end of Teen Wolf, guys.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Wait, you were watching Teen Wolf?
You got it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, when he makes that ridiculous
doesn't hold
dunk
up.
at the end, Oh.
It in no way holds up.
Oh, speaking of the end, do we know about this little teasy thing?
Is it the end of Wonder Woman?
No. I'm
It's the end of the world?
No, I'm talking about Teen Wolf.
Oh,
The
okay.
very end of Teen Wolf,
Oh, I
the
know what you're
final
gonna say.
scene,
Yes.
some dude in the crowd decided, I'm going to make a name for myself, and drops his drawers.
Oh,
if you pause it, you can see his business section like nobody's business at all. It's ridiculous.
I'm glad you remembered that.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that a long time ago, and
I
remembered
actually paused it, and I was like, whoop, there it is. Okay, let's go. I've seen it, now I can move on.
But you don't know his name.
No, just know him as business.
But could you imagine if it was the era of Snapchat and Twitter and all that? That guy
God.
would have been
Famous.
exactly.
You can tell somebody's movie budget in the editing department based on whether or not they're catching them.
Oh yeah. There's little business sections in individual spots and stuff. But enough talking about
There
Teen
we
Wolf.
go.
Anyway,
Well, I want to tell you, last week, when Teresa was traipsing around Woodstock, we had a great show. I want to thank the Rabbi, Rose, Justin, and the Rabbi's wife, Randy, for coming in. And we had a great show. Unfortunately, Facebook Live decided we played a little too much music in the beginning and flagged us. So if you want to see the show again, go to YouTube, type in Iggy and Sean Show. It's there. It's worth it.
it is. It was nice. It was a good time. A lot of fun. A lot of partying on the Memorial Day weekend action. And definitely check it out. And here we are again with a brand new one. And hopefully we stay on the Facebook Live atmosphere because we got busted for copyrights.
It wasn't
Okay.
a curse,
Well,
I
sort of.
swear.
Well, here's something we have copyrighted, something we should start off with. Let's see if I can get that going. There we go.
man, there it
Shotgun
is.
Stories. Sean, what is Shotgun Stories?
What Shotgun Stories is the group of us together, well, not together, individually, it's a competition. We all go around looking for interesting and wild stories that have happened in the past couple of days, and we see who is better at it in finding odd stories. Now, the way that we determine who wins is you, the viewer, get to get involved, and you can either get involved by calling us at 516-945-9099.
And don't hang up.
Well, you can hang up if you want, but at least mention which story you like the best. Or, underneath this little box that you're viewing right now, yes, I made the square position, you can comment and, again, let us know which story you like, which story you thought was stupid, or you could just, send pictures. Do whatever you want. It's fine.
Don't ask
No,
that.
not exactly whatever you want. It's not fine.
no.
Keep it PG, but other than that, it's fine.
Okay, ladies first, rock, paper, scissors. Anybody?
Ooh, I like a little ladies first.
Ladies first. Go.
Ladies first.
I have a story from News. Yeah, I know, that was a lot.
She's like, I'm totally going first. I just brain
for the
farted.
sound
I'm surprised that. Wait, you want a story now? Okay.
From New South Wales in Australia.
Doop, 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 doop.
Since everything is super, super deadly there,
True.
a fisherman was left bloodied after a great white shark jumped onto his boat.
Wow.
Whoa.
He just took it to himself, swimming along. Evans Head resident Terry Selwood, offshore at Snapperheads. I'm sure we're all familiar with the local,
Absolutely.
Snapper.
Yes. Yes.
local Australia references.
Been there a few times. I'm a regular.
He fell on the floor, and he looked over and thought, oh, a bloody shark.
He did. And that was
The shark, actually, they commented, he said this time it's personal
Yep.
or recreational.
True.
I'm not sure, because
Yes.
he jumped into the boat. So
They have a phrase called "it knocked him for six." I'm not sure what that means.
Knocked him
If
for
it means that he
six.
punched the shark or the shark knocked him out. If anyone of our listeners is Australian, feel free to call in and let us know
Please.
what that phrase means.
And that phone number is 516-945-9099.
He got a cut on his hand, and at the end of the day, when the police or the water patrol, came by to help him up, he said, "It's no big deal. It's just another day."
Hey, another day
You know
in
how
Australia.
great white
I was
sharks
just gonna
just
say that, yeah.
happen into your boat like that.
As it does, but in Australia, I think you should be aware of this. I'm going to go for a walk. I may not come back.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Even
gonna
their
go for a
sharks
swim.
are just uppity in your boat, in your face, trying to kill you.
Well, I think also Australia is like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I may not be back. I mean, everything out there is just out to get you. I would love to go, but I just haven't been there yet.
I'm terrified. I want to go real
That'd
bad,
be
but it's
awesome.
very scary.
Wait,
man.
so it's the most terrifying place, but you still want to go?
True.
Yes.
I agree. Actually,
Absolutely.
It's my,
Yeah.
it's on my trip.
Why not?
Okay, Sean.
Okay, wow. You
Right.
think
There we go. It's a delayed shotgun today.
we got together on this, but my story too is about great white sharks.
Oh,
Really?
It's almost Shark Week, so we kind of put it together, sort of. Not really. Shark Week's like about 2 months away. Anyway, great white sharks have returned to the Jersey Shore. Perfectly timed for the best beaches in New York City. Officially opened. Holy crap! Can I speak? Officially opening Memorial Day, great white sharks have arrived on the East Coast, and of course, they're headed straight for the Jersey Shore. Attracted
boom, boom, boom.
Attracted by the scent of self-tanner and fried pickles, this weekend, 2 great white sharks were spotted right off of the coast. Mary Lee, a 3,500-pound great white who summers on the shores every year, showed up right by Cape May.
There we go.
Yes.
interesting.
Along with the second one that was near the Delaware Bay. The better part about this is the sharks are being tracked by Orc Reach, which is the Tinder of the ocean.
Wait, what? Tinder of the ocean.
Well, let me continue.
Swipe for jellyfish. Swipe for. Okay, go.
It lets you see where a shark last surfaced, their weight, their height, and what stage of life they're in. It's actually a better improvement over Twitter, actually, to begin with. Last summer, lots and lots of those ominous dorsal fins were spotted on the Jersey Shore, Coney Island, and in a shark nursery right off of the coast of Long Island. We'll make sure to be keeping you updated on these breaking shark news stories as they come in further. And yes, the Jersey Shore has their yearly sharks coming back for the beautiful summer action.
I want to go back to the Tinder thing. I'm really. That's what they called it.
That's
Tinder?
what they called it.
I'm looking for a
According
catfish who enjoys swims by the shore
Let me
and
go back to it. Yes.
no shrimps allowed.
Time Out New York is calling Orc Reach the Tinder of the ocean. Which is actually kind of, I don't know exactly how that would work, if, whatever, but if it's a way to track them and be like, oh, that was the one from last year. Hey, cool, that works. But, yeah, just be careful if you're swimming in the ocean. Actually, always be careful, because they're around everywhere. Even if you don't think they're there, they are.
You won't know until
Yeah.
it's
New Jersey
too
has a
late.
long shark history.
Totally.
And
Yes, they
inspired
do.
Jaws for the shark
Da-da.
attacks in the turn of the century.
Fantastic.
Unfortunately, I don't have a great white shark story, but I am great and I'm definitely white. So
Hey!
But I do have an animal story. Okay. First thing I have to do is shoot myself, right? Here we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
3, 2.
Oh!
That was close. Okay. I have a homing pigeon has been busted in the Middle East for carrying a tiny little backpack filled with illegal drugs. And by the way,
Ah, damn
and
it.
there it is. You could even see it. Oh, turn that
That's
off.
us.
Shut up. Oh my God,
I even
shut
have
up.
a picture.
in the Middle East.
LA.
For carrying
Did you get the picture that I sent you? No. Okay, well,
Christmas.
where's the camera over there?
Right there.
Ah,
This is worth it. I can see
we
it.
are very DIY here.
Yes, I just want you to see. Here we go. We're a little higher. a
What the
little lower.
heck?
There is a
Aww.
pigeon
There
with
is a pigeon
tiny little backpack.
with a tiny backpack, yes.
How many
Sure.
drugs can you fit in such a tiny?
Well, I'm
Very
glad
little.
you asked.
Very, very little.
No.
You can fit a lot.
Almost 200 pills. of ketamine.
Wow.
Found in the little
I
backpack.
didn't know Special K was the size of an allergy
my
pill.
goodness.
Apparently, see, we learned something new. So this was in Kuwait. Kuwaiti customs agent tracked the bird's flight patterns from a location. Sorry, I caught your disease there.
I know,
from
right?
a location inside Iraq and caught the bird above a building near the Kuwait Customs Department. Customs officials have known for some time that smugglers in the area they use pigeons to use drugs, but this is the first time they've actually managed to catch one of the birds. And what was the giveaway? Of course, is that bird wearing a backpack? What's that?
Does he have a backpack on him? Why are all these weirded out cats like just laying around, not doing nothing?
I want to get the one with the fidget spinner, probably. It's
something.
Something's going on there. So, if you want to vote who had the weirdest story, we got
Sharks.
Sharks and a pigeon.
We got sharks in Australia. We got sharks in Jersey. We got drug sniffing. Drug trafficking
Obviously.
pigeons and stuff, and animals are crazy. And now one story was from Florida this week, which is weird.
Ooh, and we
That
could have done a
is
shark
very-
story from
We
Florida.
could have.
Sure.
They're all over the place. They're like puppies.
Now, before before the show, before the show,
Yes.
I just came
Before
from
the show.
dun-dun-dun, seeing Wonder Woman.
Hey! Dun, 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 dun,
Which I know, Teresa, you are
dun,
seeing
dun,
an
dun, dun.
all-female audience to
That's
see
right.
the movie.
All the Alamos got in on Austin's action. There's 26 Alamos across the country.
Right.
And they decided
The Alamo
on a-
Draft House for
Right.
those who aren't in the know.
So the Brooklyn and Yonkers ones also on Monday night decided to have a ladies only Wonder Woman showing. In Austin, since they started it, that's where the most men's are very disappointed that they are not
Aw.
invited.
It's 2 hours. Get over
When I
yourself.
tell you,
2.5.
wrote a letter to the mayor.
It's 2.5 hours. Get over yourself. Plus a half hour.
You
They're-
could go to another theater.
Absolutely. They're like, can we have a men's only showing of something like Thor or something?
Why?
And the Austin Alamo Draft House responded with, we don't have specific man showings, but we did show Entourage a couple of years ago.
Right, yeah, that would make sense.
That was worth just all men. First of all, I don't care who's sitting around me because nowadays you've got those comfortable chairs, you're reclining.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I'm kicking my shoes off. I bring a blanket because it gets cold.
Sure.
I sit there. I don't care who's around me. Man, woman,
My
sea
husband-
creature on Tinder. I don't
Bother
care.
me. Hey,
My
hey.
husband said he would go in full drag,
Right.
like not mailed in,
Oh, okay.
like straight up drag.
Right.
Did
I'm
this
like,
surprise you at all, by the way?
sold.
So,
You know?
so.
Got a ticket, Denise.
Yes.
Well, what is his
Here
drag
we
name?
go.
Gotta know that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, go home. What's the drag name?
I can't wait to find out what his
Oh
drag
boy.
name is.
Oh wait, he has to come up with it himself, or
Sure,
oh,
maybe it's a pun, maybe
That's
it's
how
not.
that works. Oh, okay. I've never thought of stepping into the drag world, so I didn't know you had to come up with your
I
own
think
spiffy
you'd make
name.
a great queen.
I don't want to even try it out a little bit. Not
You have
even
a
a
very
little.
Slenderness.
That's
about you
fine.
that
I'm
would
awesome
very
work
just
out
skinny
well
kinda,
for
yeah.
drag.
Listen, I am awesome just the way I am. I don't need to wear a dress, though I do have the legs for it.
See?
Oh,
Hey.
and now that you've shaved a little,
Now,
you
yo,
probably get
you
away
know.
with it a little more. But
Well, I had to show off the boyish good looks and stuff, and
Aw.
we go back to this all the time. But I didn't want to deal with tan lines because somebody brought that up to me a few months ago, and I was like, "Oh crap, that could be a thing. I don't want to do that." So yeah, needless to say,
You'd make a lot of money as a drag waiter.
listen, I'm not
Oh
doing
my
that.
God.
I'm
Putting it
just,
out there.
I'm just not doing that. That's just not gonna happen. I don't listen. I got this. I can speak. I can speak for days, and I'm actually kind of funny, so that works out for me. I don't need to dress in. No, I'm not wearing
if
a
you'd
dress.
like Sean to wear a dress, call up at 516-945-9099.
Listen,
Not saying he will. but
honestly-
maybe if you want it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just see if that phone starts ringing. I doubt it.
So I was just about to call somebody out
You're not
to
the-
Oh
do
my
that.
gracious.
Okay,
No.
So
well,
how is Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman? I
Am
don't
I
want to
gonna
ruin
get
it.
to be very
I was
happy?
telling Sean it's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's a really good movie.
Right.
Like I said about when Iron Man first came out.
Right.
I like that as a movie. It doesn't have to be a superhero movie. That was a good movie.
Right.
This was a good movie. It was almost very, very good. The last 10 minutes, a little bit of confusing.
Was it like wrap it up time?
Yeah, a little bit. Where it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense
Just tie that in
now.
a nice
But
little
okay.
bow.
You know, they can redo whatever they want.
Sure.
And people who've read comics and
Yeah.
Yeah. Does
watch
World War
TV.
One work out better than World War Two? Because her origins in World War Two.
I don't think so.
Nerd.
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to
nerd.
see.
No,
But meanwhile,
no,
this
no, no, no. Oh, sorry.
Gal Gadot did a
I
great
didn't see
job.
this.
I thought she would anyway,
Oh, sure.
which started a conversation last week of the top, who we believed, each one of us,
Yes, in our heart of hearts.
are the top 5 actresses in Hollywood. Was
Strong,
that-
yes, strong actresses. Basically, actresses that just, no matter what they do, what movie they're in or anything, just own it. I mean, it could be so good that they did win an award for it, they were nominated for awards, or just personally, you just feel that, wow, they killed it in that film. That was great.
So I have the list of the
my
top
list.
5, the top 5 highest paid. Now,
Okay.
I'm letting you know right now without telling you any of mine.
Right.
None of mine are on this list.
Okay.
No, mine either. I'm quite sure of it.
Sure.
Probably. Now, number
Possibly.
1.
Well, one of mine maybe. Anyway.
Okay. Number 1 for her next role, which she hasn't picked yet, but they're already pitching price tags of up to $25 million,
Right.
which would make her the highest paid,
Right.
is Emma Watson.
I feel like that's it
Wow.
still. I remember when Demi Moore hit 20 million. We've only gone up 5 million.
I think they've gone down for a while though. Everybody went down for a while because
Did they?
movies are in the theaters now for what, 2 weeks?
yeah,
if that.
That's
and
true.
then gone.
If they do well enough. Some movies are only in theaters for a weekend.
That's
and,
right.
You know, it's like, oh, I want to see this movie. I'm totally going to go see it. Wait a second. It came out yesterday. It was only in theaters for a screening and I missed it. Crap.
Well, anyway, number 1 right now is Jennifer Lawrence,
Okay.
46 million. Number 2, Melissa McCarthy, 33 million.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson, 25 million. Jennifer Aniston, I still
Really?
have never figured that out, 21 million. And Charlize Theron, 16.5 million.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to take one off of their list right now? Go ahead.
Take
anybody.
one off of their
Just
list?
Tell us who. just
Okay,
pick
well,
one.
the only person that I matched on that list was actually no, I had 2.
You had Charlize Theron.
I had
can
Charlize
almost
Theron.
guarantee it.
Oh, without question. That's my future ex-wife right there, and Scarlett Johansson as well. Scarlett Johansson has surprised me over the years. The first thing I ever saw her in was Lost in Translation, and that movie threw
Yes.
me for a loop, and I loved every second of it. A lot of people didn't get it. They didn't understand it. You either do or you don't. It is what it is. But then she kind of just became Black Widow, and that was it. She was a part of the Marvel universe, and it's understandable. Okay, cool. Like, even that one scene in the Avengers movie where they're all, like, circling around, and everybody looks hard as hell, and she's, like, cocking a gun, and it's like, okay, whatever. Like, but then I saw other things, like Lucy, which, after seeing it twice, that movie started to make sense, and I really dug it. And, of course, Ghost in the Shell, which I'll probably catch a lot of flack for, but I really liked that movie. I liked it a lot.
Really?
A lot more than I thought I was going to, and I thought, again, like I was saying earlier, I thought she completely owned it.
Now,
And-
I have, as you can even see on my list here,
Yes.
number 6.
Right.
Why I love her.
Yeah.
You pretty much said everything I want to say.
Right.
She got stuck as Black Widow.
Yeah.
She's just Black Widow. And even when she does something else,
Right.
it's Lucy, which is pretty much...
Kind of sort of the same thing. Ghost in the Shell. Kind of sort of the same thing.
And she's doing comedy, which is a rip-off
yes,
of Very Bad
it's
Things.
a complete rip-off of Very Bad Things.
It's-
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love her, but she did not make my list. Is she on your list?
She is not on my list. I didn't much care for Lucy. I love her as Black Widow, but
Right.
I love, like,
Sure.
I mean, the casting in Marvel is second to none. Like, it is ridiculously good casting
Yeah.
Right.
across the board.
Okay.
So it's not surprising to me that she's so great in that, but I didn't really
Sure.
care for Lucy. I might be a little disappointed that just because Morgan Freeman said it doesn't make that dumb 10% of your brain bullshit any truer than it is.
Yeah.
And it takes me right out. I'm
Well,
like, oh.
again, I also really dug that movie because of the director. It was done by Luc Besson, who also did The Fifth Element and such. And
as you've said before, if you like the director...
yeah.
you're
Oh,
probably
exactly.
going-
Yeah, that's usually my first going rate. But
Okay, T, pick one off of your list.
Oh, no, you made it all dark.
I could go next if you'd like.
No. I have Tatiana Maslany.
okay.
I don't know who that is.
Did
Neither
you guys
do
watch
I.
Orphan Black?
I did not.
No, but I know
Actually-
of it. I know of it.
Yeah.
She plays at least 12 different roles.
Right.
And you forget the entire time you're watching the show that it's just one person
Perfect.
the entire time. And it's not because they're doing makeup on her. They're not. She has
It's
the
her
same,
performance.
at least 80% have the same hair color she
Right.
does. But one is Russian and crazy. One's a soccer mom. One's a London punk scene kid. One's a transgendered guy. One's something else. Like
She wears many hats.
she a nail salon
Many
technician.
If you need a better or the same thing, it would be United States of Tara with Toni Collette.
Oh, right.
She
She
wishes
would-
she did as good a job
Wow.
as Like the fact that she only got nominated and won one Golden Globe for that
Yeah.
is absurd. It's
Wow.
crazy absurd. The first year she wasn't nominated, I thought Twitter was going to kill itself.
Well, that's the thing I'm saying as well. Like, going back to exactly what we're talking about, there's a lot of people, men and women, that win awards for what? Like, there are so many other actors and actresses that literally in a film just own it. Like, they take it. It could be the worst movie
Absolutely.
ever, but all of a sudden, I have this role and I'm just going to go for it. And they just kill it in every sense of the word. And that's just, I find that not more better. Anyway, I find that to be a lot cooler
And the
than
award
an actual
for flubbing a line.
Yeah, exactly. As I just stumble over my sentences.
Well,
I
go ahead.
find that more impressive than, award winning. Hey, if you win an award, more power to you. That's amazing. Good for you. Obviously, the powers that be saw what everybody else did, and,
Well, my criteria for this, because as soon as you pitched it, I went, okay, there's way too many actresses who I like, performances I like. There has to be some criteria. It wasn't about box office. It wasn't about awards. It wasn't
Right.
about anything. It was about, can this actress do different things and
Yes.
just nail it each time? As someone I was talking with the rabbi, he brought up Emma Stone. And
Okay.
I said, Emma Stone only plays Emma Stone parts.
Done
Yeah.
I like Emma Stone.
Done with her face.
But a little bit, yeah. But because of La La Land and
Oh, that's
Emma
right.
Stone plays, I'm smart,
Right.
I'm quick. She's a good actress. I've seen almost everything she's done.
Right.
Wouldn't make my list
Okay.
until you branch out.
Sure.
So someone on my list who did branch out, Brie Larson. And if you don't know who that
Yes. I
is,
do.
if you have seen Room, and you say she did not kill it. I mean,
Right.
she won the award for that, but that just killed it. And then moved on to Skull Island.
All right.
Ding
Yes.
dong.
I heard
yes.
good things about that, to be honest. Even though the trailer didn't
Very
really
good.
sell
It was
me
cool.
on anything.
It was
Agree.
definitely cool.
And if you want to see comedy,
Right.
she was in Community.
Yes,
Yes.
that I do.
She's done action. She's done comedy. She nailed it in Room. Mm-hmm. She was number one on my list.
She was also in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes,
she was
very part,
also
yes.
she was also in 21 Jump Street, and
part,
she
yeah.
was just cast for Squirrel Girl. I think
She is
eventually
going to
be in a part of the universe. as
You
well.
are correct, yes.
Yeah. You like how my voice went up because I had no idea. I was like, I think that's the character.
It is.
I Google, but my phone
My phone.
my
job,
phone
guys.
is not working.
Man.
My phone's not working.
And welcome to the new show, Mouthful of Marbles, brought to you in part by the three of us on a Sunday afternoon.
Okay, somebody else pick somebody from their list.
Okay, the next person I'm going to go with is Helena Bonham Carter.
Wanted to pick her.
Basically, she is not an award winner, not by a long shot. I mean, the only thing she really caught it for was in The King's Speech. She was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor and won the BAFTA for Best Supporting Actor. But she's also co-starred in movies. Well, the first film I ever saw her in was Fight
Everything
Club.
her husband does.
Right. Fight Club, the Harry Potter series, Great Expectations, Les Miserables, Cinderella, and then, and I wrote this verbatim, she frequently collaborates with her director / semi-husband, Tim Burton.
Semi-husband? Is that-
Semi-husband. Ain't no ring on the finger.
Only
It's,
when we're working.
yeah, we're together, we're not. We got a couple
No,
kids, it's
they're
all good.
divorced, and she's just
And
doing it.
so her films with him consist of Planet of the Apes, Big Fish, Corpse Bride, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Sweeney Todd, Dark Shadows, and both Alice in Wonderland movies where she played the Red Queen with
yes.
the giant head, and she resting her feet on pigs, and that was awesome.
I did enjoy her performances, and I was going to pick her. But
I enjoy
she
her
didn't
no
make
matter
top five.
what. Marvelous singer.
Like 80% of those movies almost put me to sleep. Just saying.
That's fine.
Really?
You
Wow.
you get very sleepy when things are entertaining. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you weren't here. Last week we discovered we did a summer movie review, and we discovered one very important thing. Sean and I will never ever see the same
Oh, hell no.
movie. apparently.
No, that's fine. I do enjoy a good portion of movies that the world likes themselves, but there's also a lot of stuff that are completely popcorn and just send me here. Let me put my brain on the table for 2 hours and, let's
Yes.
go. I like giant cars that turn into robots. I like pirates. I like monkeys. It's going to be a great summer.
Next on your list.
I have Gillian Anderson.
Okay.
She does do film, but it's mostly British.
Yeah, I'm noticing you like the TV actresses a little more.
Which don't give her no credit. She's in film. But right now she is destroying Un-American Gods. This past week she appeared as David Bowie and Marilyn Monroe.
Nice.
Okay.
And prior to that she was Lucy from I Love Lucy. She's the goddess of media on the show. So when she presents herself to you, she presents herself as an icon of television and film.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And
Sounds like something to check out,
so
actually.
when she wants to talk to somebody, she wants to talk to the god of technology. She was dressed as David Bowie in a stretch limousine. It was uncanny. Like she was,
Nice.
but like without sounding like a total ripoff of David Bowie. Like it's like what David Bowie as a deity would sound like.
Let's
Okay.
do the bad English accent.
No, it's not bad. That's her accent.
Oh, okay.
She's British.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like a half and half the way the guy from Torchwood, he's on Green Arrow now. He's Merlin.
How come all of the English actors and actresses can nail the American accent?
Well, let's not
and
get too far.
we
That
can't?
Walking Dead is something else on those accents. They are
No idea.
impressive.
Next one on my list, by the way,
PGA.
if anybody disputes this, I want to know why.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, it's easy to pick out Meryl Streep.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to complain about her a second ago.
You were going to complain about Meryl Streep.
I get it.
From
She's
Kramer to Kramer to
The Devil Wears Prada?
Everything. Even when she does an animated film, you go, wow, that was really good.
she's really good. I'm just saying, I don't know if she was Academy Award worthy from Into the Woods.
Okay, I will give you that. The performance is
Enough
great, but
nominating on her.
probably somebody else.
Didn't see it. I'm not really sure. I know what she looked like, and the makeup was wonderful and such, but I just didn't get around to see it. I don't know why. And I'm usually not too bad with terrible reviews from other people and such. I just kind of freewheel it and just decide, I do want to see that, but that one just kind of slipped under the rug, and I don't really care.
Going from Into the Woods, Mamma Mia, the Iron Lady playing Margaret Thatcher, she can do it all.
Sure.
And apparently, from at least what we read, which publicist,
Right.
apparently is a good person.
Okay.
And down to earth.
Sure. I mean,
Go ahead, Basher.
I challenge your old lady actress.
Oh, boy.
And I would like you to know that I believe Shirley MacLaine to be the better actress. So there you go.
Is she on your
Gauntlet
list
down.
or just?
She's on my discarded list because she
On your
doesn't really work
discarded
I have
presently.
that too.
She's in my list of people who aren't really working
Okay.
anymore.
right.
In interest of time, Sean, give me the 3 that are on your list.
The 3 that are on my list, actually no, because I matched 2 with the spots.
Oh,
and,
right.
The 2 that I had left were Anne Hathaway and Jessica Chastain.
I have an Anna Hathaway on my throwaway list.
Neither.
Who were the others on yours?
I have Tahari Henson.
Okay. Which BBC show is she from?
Oh, she's from
No.
Hidden Figures. She was on
Right.
Person of Interest.
Oh, that still doesn't help.
You know what she was on?
Was she on Miami Vice? Because that's a TV show I'm watching right now. If she wasn't, then you're barking at a wall. I can't help you.
Season 3, I
Right.
believe she was Vendor.
Okay,
Vendor
yes.
2.
She
Oh,
was
yeah.
in. She's the lead in Hidden Figures.
She was
Yes.
prostitute number 3 on episode 7
never.
of
She's
Miami
wonderful.
Vice.
She's
Season
Well,
4.
she's
She was 12.
She is excellent.
she's on Empire.
Yes, she is.
Cookie on Empire.
Again, you're not helping.
Cool. Not a clue.
Killing it. Oh,
Doesn't
you know
even
everyone
know.
on
All
my
right,
list.
fair enough.
Kate Blanchett's gonna be Hela in
Okay.
Thor.
Nice.
There
All
you
right.
Wow, you guys are picking off my discarded list.
That's another
Kate
British
Blanchett.
actor.
Blanchett. Okay.
So I had your Scarlett Johansson, Anne Hathaway,
Mine. Right.
Kate Blanchett all on the close list, along
Okay.
with Angelina Jolie. I know she's gone a little nuts, and everything has to be super serious.
Oh, yeah.
And Selma Hayek also can do everything.
Sure.
But to finish my list, Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Again, musicals, comedy,
Right.
whatever you want to do. Julianne Moore.
Oh, I love her in
Yes.
Children of Men.
I actually really love her.
That's a top 5 movie of my
in The Lost
lifetime.
World.
What did you love her in?
I said I really liked her in The Lost World.
I loved her and The Kids Are All Right, so
Okay.
we're all good.
Yeah.
And Amy Adams. Now, I had a lot of blowback from people on that, but I said American Hustle and Arrival.
Okay.
Then you go to comedy, Enchanted,
Right.
Trouble with a Curve.
Right.
There's, she just seems,
Man of
she
Steel.
is everywhere.
She's in Man of Steel.
You know what? That's the one thing I don't like her in. I
Right.
don't like her as Lois Lane.
Okay. It's understandable.
Is it?
And
Is it really?
my close runner-up was Elizabeth Banks, and mostly because
Yes.
she's brilliant in comedy. Every single thing I've seen her in, I really liked. And then I saw the Power Ranger movie, and I was totally not expecting her to actually be a legitimate villain. And again, she owned it. Hopefully they make another one, and she's in it a lot more, and instead of just 20 minutes. But for the 20 minutes she was in, quite entertaining.
See, Teresa, that's how you drop a TV show or a movie for somebody.
Power Rangers?
The Power Ranger movie.
Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
You
Hey.
gotta go all in. It's go big or go home if you're Rita Repulsa.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
No, it
there's
has to
no
be.
subtlety
Right.
there.
And that was kind of like I was entertained
I'm
by
loving
I was entertained by the fact that she was going to be in it. I'm like, oh man, I love her in comedy. Let's see if she can do it. And then I saw her picture and I was like, wow, she looks ridiculous. I'm gonna go see this piece of crap. It technically was a piece of crap, but she was very, very good in it. Shockingly. Not really shockingly. She's amazing.
I can talk Power Rangers, guys.
I know nothing about Power Rangers. Never watched the show. Never
Big
did
crush on a Blue
nothing.
Ranger.
I just really like Elizabeth Banks, so that's the only reason why I went to go see it.
I know people who actually dress up as Power Rangers. Are
Oh,
you
sure.
one of those too?
Yeah.
No, I don't have the body
No.
for that. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, well, I was kind of hoping, but hey.
All right.
Midlife crisis Pink Ranger over here.
Hence the shirt.
Now, I wanted to do very quickly. Last week we did movies, the summer movie review.
Yes.
I just saw these very quickly that are sequels that are coming out years after
Right.
the original.
Oh, I hate
Or the
that.
laser-
It really bugs.
So
Okay.
now these are coming out. As we know, Tom Cruise won't let it die. He's coming out with Top Gun 2.
Oh, come
years
on.
and years later, they've called Val Kilmer and told him start working out.
It's going to take a
Dude.
lot more than a year
He's
to
so
get him
pudgy.
in shape.
Come on.
They called Goose, said maybe we can figure out how to get you live.
Oh, man.
So what do you think?
Lame.
Wait,
Lame.
you mean Anthony Anderson needs a paycheck because the ER funds ain't coming in no more? Let's make.
Oh my
I think he was a backup on the Power Rangers movie.
He
I'm
might have
not
been.
sure.
You know what? I don't mind sequels if it's been a long time, like Alien or Resident Evil or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they have consistently come out. It's
Sure.
not like it's been 20 years since an Alien movie.
An
Good
Alien
or
is
bad.
The prequel, right? Now they're
No,
doing
that's
it.
Prometheus.
Who the
right?
hell even
But they're
knows at
doing
this
the
point?
one that's out now is the prequel. like,
Yeah.
The one right before regular
Yeah.
Alien?
Yeah.
Okay.
They-
Which is fine. Do whatever you want. I mean, good or bad, Alien movies have been coming out for the last 30 years.
Yeah. Mhm.
And maybe you want to forget a couple of them.
Sure. Yeah. Alien 3.
But, like, don't wait 40 years before you're dropping another
no.
Top Gun.
He's just going back and go like, what haven't I
That this-
completed?
see, and that's the problem too with these sequels is because some of them are just terrible.
Just
I
remake
mean,
the goddamn movie.
what was
Fine.
the
Right.
Well, then people start complaining about that too. That
They've
there are
been
no
remaking
special
movies
ideas
since
or
the
anything.
30s.
Well, the one that really trips me out is Wall Street. That the
Oh.
second one
Yeah,
that was
that's-
god awful. That was just Michael Douglas playing a version of not
Gordon
even
Gekko.
really close to Gordon Gekko, and it was just crap. But
Shia LaBeouf and
yeah. Well, my big issue with him is I feel that every film that he's ever been in, I could do a better job. Just yeah.
do you think you
without
can?
question.
Give us a
Do
call.
you think I could do better?
516.
You and Optimus Prime would crush it.
We would. We would own it. I would have been amazing in just basically anything else he was in. Actually, Wall Street probably would have been a better movie starring me.
Now, if you think Sean should wear a dress and take the Megan Fox role
Hell no.
in
Yeah.
Transformers,
Listen, I am not
Girl.
wearing a dress. It's just not gonna happen.
Not gonna be
Okay,
Not-
I have,
not in the cards.
I have something that's
Bikini.
going to make you happy though.
Oh boy.
Sequels coming out too late.
Yes.
Major League 3 is ready to go.
Major League 3 already happened.
Well, that was
Major
direct to
League
video.
3 that was
Doesn't
We
right.
got
matter.
4 of them.
It already
There's
happened.
four
You
of
can't
them.
make a third one.
It
Well,
says,
And the
after
second one was
talks,
not original cast.
it looks like Major League 3 may finally happen. Charlie Sheen has had the idea for years. Now he says everybody is on board, which
Sure.
I can't believe.
Well,
except for the dead guy.
you got to you figure it this way. I mean, Wesley Snipes is finally out of prison, I think.
He is.
The dude that's doing who plays
Allstate?
who doing all the Allstate commercials, that can't be really paying the bills that hard. Tom Berenger's still alive. He's like 100, but I'm sure he can still swing a bat.
Is that it though? It's like, are you alive?
Right.
Do you need a paycheck?
Well, I mean,
Major League 3?
Yeah, like they made 2 other ones, and by that time it was what was it? Omar Epps, I think.
Omar
Yeah.
Epps was
Yeah,
in 2,
yeah, and then
Yes.
just fine, give it a shot. If it comes out and it makes money, I highly doubt it will, but
The
why not?
Cleveland Indians aren't going to be on board, and I know that because they didn't have Charlie Sheen throughout the first pitch at the World Series last year.
Then they just got to change the name of the sports team and just make it direct to Netflix. And if you like Charlie Sheen, you'll watch it.
Wait, didn't they do that? It was minor
The
league.
Canton Wheatfields.
Yeah.
Now, the king of doing this, however, if you look on IMDb, is Will Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to list the projects that may happen. They are listed. Bad Boys 3 and 4.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I Am Legend 2.
No.
That can't be a sequel. Well, they screwed the end on that anyway. So
Oh,
never
they
mind.
screwed the entire thing by
Yes, they
making it
did.
a movie. The movie was
Call it
terrible.
Omega Man if you don't want to have the same ending as the book.
Men in Black 4.
4, I heard about that. I mean, those movies just print money, so that makes sense.
I, Robot 2.
All right.
That was
well,
only okay.
iRobot
I mean,
was
it was
45 minutes too long.
And it was only 45
They
minutes.
could have, they could have cut it in half and made 2 movies.
However, he wouldn't do Independence Day 2.
Good.
So everything else,
Yeah.
fine.
Well, maybe they just tie his name to shit and then he just fluffs it off later. IMDb
possible.
will list a whole manner of things.
Oh, absolutely. And then they just put little question marks next to it or write rumored or whatever, and they can leave it up there indefinitely.
Okay, now, Miss Teresa, before you left, then you came back. Thank you for coming back.
Happy to be back.
Back and forth.
You were telling us about the Hayes rule.
Ooh,
And
what's
we
the
said,
Hayes rule?
hey, and then I did a little research, but you know a hell of a lot more than I do.
sure do.
And now you will too. So, to the comfort corner.
Hi, everyone. What I did was I went through and I highlighted certain ones with movie examples from now to show what they were able to do.
Well, explain what the Hayes rule is. please.
The Hayes Code is
Code, I'm sorry.
It's a whole code. It was written in 1930, but they didn't really pay attention to it till the mid to late 30s.
That's what I had.
This was to keep general smut and sinfulness off your movie screens.
'Kay.
Because up till then, it doesn't seem like that would be the case, but movies up to the time they make this code, it's like the Wild West out there.
Right.
You have all kinds of lusty scenes, nudity. There's a movie called The Divorcee where the husband cheats on the wife with a stranger, and she's like, I don't like that you did that. And he's like, don't worry about it, baby. And she's like, got it. Fuck, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sleeps with his best friend as revenge because we can't be one-upped.
Yes.
And then they make up at the end. But they show all the men the world over that she was sleeping with on her own accord. And Hollywood just couldn't have it anymore.
But again, this was in the 30s.
The 30s was
So,
showing
yeah.
that.
Yeehaw.
And then if you notice in film all the way up until probably about the mid to late 60s, you don't see that anymore. You don't see a lot of things anymore that
So
you
now-
would see back then.
Sorry. How would that be enforced for modern day movies? Like what?
The MPAA that
The motion
rejects your
picture
movie
ratings.
for smut or whatever. So things that were in the code that modern movies put in their movies that would not be allowed. Murder, depictions of murder.
Well, there goes every
brutal-
mystery ever.
Pretty much.
Brutal killings are not to be presented in detail. I'm looking at you, Kingsman, the Secret Service. That church scene.
I love that movie.
I'm looking at you,
So
every,
perfect.
every Quentin Tarantino movie ever made.
Seriously.
Goodfellas. I mean,
Seriously.
The use of firearms should be restricted to the essentials, Deadpool.
essentials.
I don't know what the essentials are.
But I'm not allowed to show anybody killing it.
They
So am I
had-
just cleaning my gun and it went off?
They also had a big beef with movies that make the mafia look good.
Oh boy.
Like Scarface, the 70s movie Scarface is a
Yes.
remake of a 1930s
Yes,
movie.
yes.
So it made it look very glamorous, and I'm a
Right.
fugitive from the chain gang.
Sure.
All of that stuff made it look pretty great.
Sure.
I mean,
and they were like,
Ocean's 11.
"Don't do it."
Didn't you want to be part of the crew?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the original, you bet.
Oh,
Insects.
Wait,
Wait.
insects? Like as in bugs?
No, no
Oh,
bugs.
okay.
no, and that's what I heard.
Nobody likes spiders.
You know,
Yeah, right. Sure.
got it.
Yes, yes.
Excessful and lustful kissing, lustful embraces, suggestive postures, gestures are not to be shown.
Don't-
Oh no! Heavens to Betsy!
no getting down and dirty.
scene from The Kingsman again. You're not allowed to do any of that. Sex
Love that
perversion
movie.
or any inference to it is forbidden.
You
Okay.
mean like okay? I'm
No
not
white
even going to
stuff.
go there. But if you haven't seen The Kingsman, the ambassador who he saves, yes,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Right.
the scene that you're
Yes.
discussing.
So, sex relationships between white and black races is forbidden. The movie Loving would not be allowed to be made.
Okay.
But
Oh.
back when they wrote this, it was illegal for a white man to marry a black woman. So that lawsuit doesn't come around until the 50s anyway. But
Oh,
they
wow.
still weren't allowed to make that movie
Right.
or
What's
tell
the
its
one-
story
Okay.
at all. I mean, it's a boring movie. But
Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton.
oh, right.
Uh,
boring,
Monsters Ball? Was that
boring,
it?
boring.
I believe
think
so.
it is.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen that scene,
yes. That's pretty
Not allowed to do
borderline
that.
porn.
That's
Yeah.
pretty graphic.
It
to
is.
say the least.
You're not allowed to have gays on screen. You're not
What? No
allowed.
gays on screen?
No.
Man.
So I'm taking it
But in the
transgenders
30s,
wouldn't work.
You could. there was the birth of the makeover movie
Okay.
happened
Yeah.
in the 30s with
Right.
like a street urchin lady, and they made her look like an heiress, and they have this guy come in.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, "Oh, there aren't men allowed in this room," and they're like, "He's fine," and you snap of the finger and walked right in.
Don't you wish those days were back? It was just, don't worry about it. Now you've got somebody everywhere wearing a windbreaker, and they go, "You're getting $10 an hour," and I'm telling you, you can't go here, you can't park there. There's a fair outside, and we can't park anywhere.
Good luck parking. You might as well just leave your car at home and walk.
Everybody was allowed to do anything they wanted in film back in the
Oh.
good old
The
days,
good old days.
right when they invented the talkie.
Right. The movies were grainy and crappy looking and 25 minutes long.
Some
Go ahead,
really hold
sweetheart.
up.
Tell us what else you got. Yeah.
Obscenity.
Oh,
Obscenity
God.
in word, gesture, reference of song, joke, or by suggestion is forbidden, along with profanity like God, Lord, Jesus Christ, Jesus H. Christ, SOB, God damn, all of that. You'll remember knowing
all
that
that jazz.
if you've ever seen like a TBS version of War Games.
No.
You
No.
never watched that on basic cable?
No.
No, I haven't seen it on
Wow.
basic cable in years and years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on all the time.
Is
it? When General Behringer says he'll piss on a spark plug,
Right.
the front of that line is, "God damn it, I'd piss on a spark
Oh,
plug if I
okay.
thought I'd do any good," but
Right.
they bleep that out.
Oh, okay.
Well, how many movies do you watch and you go, you could see the obscenity, the guy making the
Oh, yeah.
but what comes out is darn.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, without
you can't.
question.
It's funny that it's still censored for taking the Lord's name in vain.
Right. Of course.
Still,
Sure.
that's to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Indecent or undue exposure is forbidden. Every opening sequence of a Fast and Furious movie.
Absolutely.
And I thoroughly appreciate every opening scene to a Fast and Furious movie.
That are Power Ranger movies, but yeah.
Suggestive dances.
Suggestive dance.
Wait, you're not talking about the Forbidden Dance Lombardo. are
Oh,
you?
aren't I just? Or dirty dancing.
Oh,
Not
yes.
that shit remake that they had.
Thank you.
Nobody puts
Terrible.
Swayze in a corner.
There's many more things listed here. You can't depict anybody of a religious faith in a false light, which we seem to go
Wait,
back.
what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So wait,
So
what was
if-
the movie that just came out? Mark Ruffalo won an Academy Award for, where they talked about the priest in Boston.
Oh, right. That was, I think that's what they had in mind, because even if you watch movies now, they'll badmouth the bad guys if they're religious people.
Right.
But you weren't allowed to do that. So much so that there's a movie called Sadie Thompson, where in the play, the bad guy is a priest and is physically abusive to this woman and a little rapey. And in the movie version, they turn it
Dusting of rape,
a little,
right?
little rapey. It doesn't quite get it all the way there, but like, not good.
Close enough.
So in the film version, they made him just a religious zealot type
okay.
instead of a priest
Okay.
Oh.
because not allowed.
Right. Makes sense.
So now you know why sometimes you go, why didn't they do this? Well, that's why we have this rule.
It was in the rules. Gotta
they're
follow the rules.
largely discarded, but I'm pretty sure the MPAA is still going by a few of them.
Oh, you kind of have to, because if you give people the open opportunity to do anything they want, I mean, you're not gonna get like typical popcorn box office, type movies. You're gonna get a lot of messed up stuff, and there is a lot of messed up stuff out there to begin with. There's a ridiculous amount of films that I've seen, and I'm like, nope, one and done, I'm good, thank you. And then there are other ones that I won't even watch because I'm like, oh, that's got an excessive rape scene in it. Nope, gotta go. Sorry, not having it. Not even gonna bother. And yeah, that's
I have seen.
I agree. I agree with rules. I sometimes they should be all the time. They should be there. Sometimes they're enforced a little bit too hard than they should be,
Right.
and other times they're not enforced enough.
That's what I see when you're seeing why this is rated a certain thing for
Sure.
language and
Right.
blood and then you go, wait, there wasn't anything in there.
Yeah.
There's a boxing movie out there where they say it was rated R, not for language. It was for brutality, but it was Olympic boxing, and it was all like, hey, touch
Right.
gloves,
Yeah.
and there was not like one scene
Rocky's
outside
bloodier
where
than
the
that.
people- Yeah, oh, very much so. and I look at these things, and every once in a while you'll go, I don't understand why that was rated that.
Yeah.
And a bad rating can kill a movie.
Well, that's the thing too. Sometimes films will get an R rating because it's got one F-bomb, and that's it. That's the entire thing. Is like one person just kind of flips his lid and's like, F this, blah blah blah. Oh, R rating, gotta go. Sorry, 17 and
Lucy.
over.
Your movie Lucy got an
It's
R
not
rating.
exactly my movie. I thought it was
is
okay.
now.
All right, fine.
What's Scarlett really like?
Yeah.
That got an R rating, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why.
No.
Nothing happened. Nothing untoward happened. I didn't see any. Not a boob, not an F-bomb, nothing.
I guess it was for violence, how everyone died.
It was
how
cartoonish.
Well,
I agree.
Worst.
within reason, I guess it caught the R rating on the, when they're showing them taking the bag out and stuff. I mean, it does get a little excessive to a point.
There is a rule in here
where
about
it's
showing
just-
surgery.
Well,
Don't.
I
Don't?
could understand.
No
that
surgery.
That would be a reason for it.
But you could
no
change the
birth.
channel in the middle of the day and see like an open heart surgery.
Oh,
on the
absolutely.
channel.
Oh, sure.
There are certain things that are completely tame now compared to when they first came out. I mean, perfect example is Silence of the Lambs. That movie was so overly ridiculous to the point where it's like, oh, it's so graphic, this, that, and the other thing, blah, 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 blah. You watch it now, an episode of CSI is more graphic and brutal than Silence of the Lambs, even though that movie is still great.
I agree. There are a lot of movies that you go, ooh, yeah, especially with my daughter. It's
Right.
like now she's old enough where I can show her things.
Yeah.
And we'll watch it, and all of a sudden she'll go, that's not that great. And I'll
Yeah.
be thinking, you're right.
Agreed,
It
agreed.
does not hold up.
Well, that was like a friend of mine yesterday had posted up on Facebook that she was watching Pet Sematary, and the movie
wow.
had scared the pants off of her at 11 or 12 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, me
She
too.
watches it again, and it's like, why was I terrified? What the heck is going? How is that even?
I thought it was horrifying.
But then again, certain things are still creepy, and to this day. The Dark Crystal still creeps me the hell out, and
God.
it's even the heroes are scary. And even though it's slightly odd, and I don't really care, it's odd anyway. Ghostbusters still kind of messes me up to the slightest bit. That was the first movie that ever scared the pants off of me.
I know
Sigourney
the scene
Weaver
you
was
said.
terrifying, absolutely terrifying when she's floating above and like gets that weird look on her face and gets all possessed and crap.
the gatekeeper?
Exactly. I didn't sleep for a week. I took so much time off of that movie. I only recently watched it again about 10 years ago, and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to power through. I'm going to watch the whole thing, see what happens. And I was still sitting there watching, and my skin was kind of crawling. I'm like, wow, I am still creeped out by this 80s comedy. That is messed up.
Little kid
This is
memories.
gonna explain a lot for you guys.
Okay.
In my younger day,
Yeah.
about 8 or 9,
Right.
I watched a 4-hour miniseries starring Mark Harmon,
Okay.
a biopic of Ted Bundy.
Yeehaw.
That explains a
kinda
lot,
does.
right?
Yeah.
I might have been a little too impressionable.
A little
Sitting there
bit.
with her popcorn.
It was
taking
terrifying.
notes.
That was like my guy from summer school.
Yeah.
Is chopping ladies up in the woods, you know? I was like, oh, he did a great job.
Oh, I was watching something different the other day. I was watching
The Mets
flipping
win
the
again?
channels. No, the Mets lost today.
I know
Sorry.
they did.
I was watching the script spelling bee.
The what?
How was
The,
it?
the
Thrilling.
spelling bee that they have every year.
Okay.
And I came in at the end. By the way,
That's the best part.
It's not. You can't say it's racist if the last like 4 or 5, 6 kids are all Indian.
Right.
Oh, are they?
And it's not the kids, because the kids are up there doing their, could I have the definition and all that. You could tell they're a little nervous, but okay. They show the parents. You could almost see every parent like this, like as soon as he gets it wrong, it's a beating. You know, you could almost see.
Oh, no, they've worked out a blink code to send the letters up.
And then I flicked it went to commercial.
Ah.
Because they were doing words that I didn't even know were words.
Right.
You know, the definition is, wait, that's what that means?
That's
You
what that,
know?
oh, crap. I don't even understand the definition.
Then,
put
then
that
I
on a
felt
one
better
again.
because I changed and Cops was on, and there was a 16-year-old who was being arrested for he was with a 6'4" transsexual who was going to beat him up.
Boy.
And the cops had to help him out, and I went, okay, I'm straight now.
And there it is.
You know, here's Jeopardy, here's Wheel of Fortune. You know, I'll fall right in the middle
Nice
somewhere.
even playing field again.
So, okay, guys, we got about 10 minutes left. I've got a couple of questions that I've been holding out. Little you rather game.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Oh, you like that stuff?
Sure.
Okay, then we're going to go right
Sure.
with that.
I'm still not wearing a dress.
I'm gross. I'll eat a person.
Wow.
And I'm leaving now. Good night, folks. Okay, this was the one that I liked the best. You're on a desert island with a beautiful woman or man. Again, your choice. I don't care. Would you rather that they are top half fish or bottom half fish? Discuss.
Oh, boy.
Everybody who
I mean,
ever
are we
went
talking fish head here?
fish head,
Right.
top
Yeah,
half is a
bottom half.
fish, but got legs who could follow you around wherever you go. Going,
Right.
where are you going? Where are you going?
Right.
Because you're on a desert island.
There's no
alone.
way I'm making out with a fish head.
That's just weird.
I'm just
Well,
going to assume I'm sleeping
yeah,
with
but- yeah.
my,
Well,
my
eventually-
only other companion.
Yeah. That's,
I got to make sure that... you know.
That the bottom part is working.
No. That's why they have a face. If they have a people face, then
Yeah.
things can get taken care of, can't they?
Oh, true.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going.
making out
I'm
fish
going
head.
top half person because a giant fish is just weird, and I don't. They would have to. Well, I mean, no matter what, they're not going to be on the island because if they're top half fish, they can't breathe air. If they're bottom half fish, they can't walk.
It's
So-
a fantasy. They can
Yeah,
breathe air. Come
they
on.
breathe in the air. They're looking sideways through one eye. It's like some weird episode of SpongeBob
Biologically,
SquarePants.
Where you going?
Where you going?
And then, like, that one fish eyes blinking at
Yeah,
you. No
it's
way.
like, that's
Bottom
weird.
half, bottom half.
I'm going bottom half fish.
Because we all got this from watching, you know, Little Mermaid, and boys
Yes.
were like, "Oh, a mermaid, that would be
Right.
awesome." Until you go,
It's like-
what-
Real mermaids were into trapping you under the ocean, like
Oh.
sirens style.
Oh, please let me know if Sean's going to be wearing a dress.
It's that kid again.
Iggy and Sean show.
Hello?
May I help you?
Let's keep it clean.
Sorry.
Hello?
Let me help you out. Should Sean wear a dress?
I feel like we got points.
And
I feel like we just got butt dialed. And they clicked off.
yes.
Anywho, thankfully I don't have to wear a dress.
Damn it. He doesn't get tased. He doesn't have to wear a dress. What is wrong with you people?
Just lucky, I guess. Just
So, are you
lucky.
going top half fish? Is that what we're getting?
I think it would just screw me over by talking to the fish head. But
Talking to the fish.
I could see you could get used to that. I
Fish
mean,
talk.
No, because then once you got back to land after you're rescued, you're like, I talk to fish head people, and then that put you in a rubber room forever.
That's true.
well, no, if they save me, I'm assuming that they go, check this out.
That's
You know.
true. See, this guy hung out with a fish
So I'm
head.
going to be making money with
Right.
my new fish head wife,
wife-ish thing,
girlfriend
compadre.
thing.
They just closed the circus.
Buddy.
There's no market for that.
My fish buddy.
It's funny how most of these have to do with animals, because the next one is, would you rather have sex with a goat and no one knows about it? Or you don't have sex with a goat. I'll just like that one. But everyone thinks that you did.
Oh, I'd rather let everyone think that I did, but I didn't because I know in my heart.
Go ahead, John.
Hello.
Iggy and Sean Show, may I help you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Who are we
going
speaking with?
Good.
Jovan.
How you doing?
Hi, Joe.
I'm doing good. I'm from Massachusetts.
All
Shout
right.
out to Massachusetts and all my family.
Well, Joe, why are you calling in today? What can we do for you?
Okay.
Never mind.
And he's gone.
Thank you,
Apparently-
Joe.
I thought Joe had a hot take on this fish business.
I was hoping he was going to tell him to wear a dress.
Straight out of Massachusetts, though. Look at that. All right. Somebody I
Okay.
don't know.
We're stretched out everywhere.
Fantastic. I'll take it.
I should have asked him what he liked with the
as a
fish, but
win. Hey.
going back to the goat, okay, you do the goat, no one knows. You don't do the goat, everyone.
Everybody, for some odd reason, thinks you like goats. You know, I don't care what people think about me. I'm
We
not
know.
doing that. They can
not
think
doing
what
it.
they want. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody thinks I'm a goat herder. Fine, whatever.
Would you walk around be like, yeah, I don't like wearing a shirt.
Absolutely.
Yes, I did.
I would
goat.
agree with every single person. Hey, I heard you did something with a goat. Yes, I did. You're absolutely right. Thank you very much. Good
Would you
night.
try to convince it? It was like, no, it's the greatest of all time.
No,
It was
no.
the greatest porn star rather than a goat.
It's fine.
I wouldn't even
could just-
care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't do it either.
Right.
I wouldn't. People would be like, "Oh, I heard this." I'd be like, "Well, whatever you heard." Because if you do it and no one knows, then you have to worry the rest of your life
That they
that
might
that's
find
going to
out.
get out.
Oh, wait,
true,
we have
yeah.
another phone call.
Oh man, stop calling me at the show, man. I told you to stay in the truck. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that just for the sheer fact of the last thought going through my head was, well, at least I didn't sleep with a goat. Going to bed. Just going to bed. Everybody, if it did happen, I would never sleep. I would be like, why did that happen? Why was this going on?
But no one would know. I mean, Joe from Massachusetts.
But I would
be calling
know.
Up saying,
I
would
know
you did this.
and that would be bad because people would be like, "Why do you have that weird look on your face? You got this look like you got something to say." I'd be like, "Nope, nothing. I'm good. Thanks."
4 tequila shots in, you're on the precipice of saying
Oh,
it.
Nope. That's a good thing because I don't drink tequila. So that goat story.
okay, wait. Okay. 4 tequila shots in, you're passed out, and the goat has its way with you.
Then it's not my fault because I'm already
That's great,
I'm out of
guys.
control. And why
Very
is
creepy.
why is this revolving around me and farm animals?
I'm already off the hook.
Man. All right. What's the next question?
You
Better
know
not be
what?
about wearing a dress.
If Sean were wearing a dress, Teresa. No, I don't think
actually-
we have enough time. LA, what are
We
we
got
doing?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
2
Then
minutes.
in that 2 minutes, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Teresa for coming back.
Thanks.
Yay.
Thanks for
I want to
inviting
thank
me
LA
back.
for his wonderful studios. I want to thank Sean, Joe from Massachusetts. Thanks for
Hey,
calling in.
Joe from Massachusetts.
You guys,
Good
thank
job, buddy.
Thank your fish wife and goat
Oh,
side
man,
piece.
my weird animal
Goat son.
family.
Your goat son.
I'm never going to.
What would that
visit
say? I'm
them.
sorry. What is that called? Does anybody know? Half goat, half person.
Half goat,
Satyr?
half person.
A satyr.
Seder. There we go. Not the Jewish type that we do with Passover. By the
Hey.
way.
No. A satyr is
Half goat,
like half
half.
goat, half man,
person, yes.
nature spirit. that
Man
likes-
goat. Goat boy.
Say goodbye, goat boy.
Goat boy. I am not a goat boy. I'm not wearing a dress. Fish do not like me. I'm never going to a desert island, and that's about that. I hope everybody enjoyed the show today. We will be back on next Sunday from 5 to 6. And if you want to call us and get involved with that show next week, that number is 516-945-9099. Remember it because I don't remember it. I'll tell you 19 times next week. Everybody have a wonderful week, and thank you.
T.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back. And if you have a burning desire to know a thing that you want me to find out
Ooh.
about and tell you about, you leave a little message on the Facebooks there, and I will come back with all the information you never wanted to know or always wanted to know.
Okay,
Very even.
if Sean had to have sex with a goat, I
Do
just
you want
want
me to look up
know.
the logistics of what it would
There-
take? Do they have spiny penises?
Not happening.
Like
We'll
nope.
find
cats?
out.
Nope. Not happening.
Oh, well, in that case, I guess we can just
No
say
satyrs for us, I guess.
No dresses either.
Thank you. As we all know, it's swell, that you come around. But the fun goes away when the swelling goes down.
Oh.
Hey, there was a reason for that word.
There it was.
Thank you. Come back next week on the Iggy and Sean Show.
1952 up in this piece. Oh, boy.